Can you still compete in the current Marvel Snap meta without Galactus, Thanos, or Shuri? The answer is yes, and we have the deck to prove it. This is a great deck featuring all pool 3 and under cards that you could still use to compete against some of the top decks in the game. And if you're ready to see how this deck works with some gameplay, ladies and gentlemen, then you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go snap it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Maniacs. Welcome back to the Valley Snap channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having a great day and hope you're enjoying Marvel Snap. We're talking all about this new deck that I found yesterday, and this is a new deck in Marvel Snap that can get you up to infinite, featuring no Galactus, no Thanos, no Shuri, all pool 3 cards, guys. But if this is your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Snap content. We have deck ideas like this, news, tips, tricks, everything to help your Marvel Snap experience. But let's go right in and take a look at this deck. Now, this was a deck that I found yesterday on the Snapter channel. This was a deck that he used, one of the decks he used to reach infinite. So this deck can get you to infinite. And if we look at this deck, it's a Red Skull deck, 0 deck with no Shuri. The main card here is this Arrow card, playing her on trying to win 2 locations by turn 5, and then pulling all the rest of the cards that they're going to play on turn 6 to a separate location. That is what Arrow can do. That is a great play in the end. On the beginning, though, we have some disruption cards like Iceman. We have the evil package of Iceman, Scorpion that we're going to play on turn 1 and turn 2. 0 is there for cards like Lizard, cards like Red Skull, and a card like Titania that we can just get some power out on the board and zero outing their negative effects. So Titania, sometimes you don't want her switching back and forth between sides because a 1/5 is an awesome tempo play. And if you play that with 0, that effectively turns into a 2/8 card, which is a lot of power. We could also have a 3/8 card with a 0 and Lizard, which is not as good, but we can also throw down Lizard confidently and just get that 5 power out there. Cosmo is a tech card to counter a lot of these Thanos, Shuri, even that Galactus in that lane. So all of those are based on a lot of on-reveal abilities. So Cosmo can counter that. We have the big counter card in Shang-Chi. If we can pull some of their cards over, or we see that they play a big card early, we could counter that, and Shang-Chi could just eliminate that. Even if we see a Shuri there, and that Shuri and that Red Skull that they're going to play on the next turn is unprotected, we have that option with that Shang-Chi as well. Red Skull is a great big power play. We would need to play him in a lane with very few cards, or make sure that he's zeroed out before we play this card, because he has that ongoing effect. Enemy cards at this location have +2 power, and we don't want that. Effectively, he turns into a 5/8 card if your enemies are, or 5/7 card if the location is full for your enemies. So not a great card if your location is full, but a great card if you could zero out this card, or if you could play in a card location with very little cards of your enemies. Dr. Doom is a great card to give us some reach. Could be one of the best cards in the game, because not a lot of power at a single location, 5, but it is a 6/15 across the board. So this gives us a lot of plays. So ideally what we want to do is play Iceman, or on turn 1, we could go Scorpion on turn 2. Turn 3, we would skip, and that'll give us power to play She-Hulk on turn 4. So we could get around on turn 4 and have an extra energy. If we could play 0 on that same turn 4 after we play that She-Hulk, and then next we play Red Skull on turn 5, that She-Hulk and that Red Skull should give us 2 lanes, and then we can pull the rest of their cards over with Arrow on that final turn. Or if that's not enough, we also have the option of Dr. Doom and spread our power out. And that is the ideal play. That's what we're looking for with some of these disruption cards in the middle, countering what they do. So let's go ahead and take this deck into action. All right, we got Lizard, Shang-Chi, and Dr. Doom on turn 1. We also have Arrow. Nothing to play on turn 1. After turn 3, we're going to add a random card for each player here. So not something from our hand, not something from our deck, just a random card. Could be anything there. They go Sunspot, which is a great turn 1 play. We don't have anything to match it. We have a Lizard play, and I think what I want to do is put that on a Vault. Less likely to have more cards added at X Mansion, and we just want to get a little tempo on the board right now. All right, so we have our Lizard. What is the last location? It is Quantum Realm. All right, nothing to play yet. I don't want to use my Cosmo. I don't want to use my Titania. We skip this and draw She-Hulk. We'll get a pretty cheap She-Hulk on the next turn, so we'll just skip this turn. They go with Thor. Will they draw Mjolnir? Will they not draw Mjolnir? Let's see what happens. What card do we get? What card do they get? All right, we get a Spider-Man. Not a bad card. Not a great temple card, but a great lockdown location card. I think a Medusa, not played in the first lane. All right, so we can go with a combo of Scorpion. I don't think I want to do Titania yet. We're just not getting a lot of good cards right now. Also can do Titania on X Mansion. All right, so they're going Brood. Can do some kind of Zoo deck, maybe a Silver Surfer. All right, turn 5. We do have the option to win the vault. I think what I want to do is go Arrow here, and then a potential Doctor Doom. Let's see if we can pull something away. Well, should win the vault at this point. But we're kind of giving up X Mansion. Great thing is we do have a Red Skull in hand with a 0 as well. All right, so this should be a win here. 0, Red Skull. I don't think they're going to be able to match those points. Unless they pull a Mjolnir out of their hat, they're not going to win the middle location. Let's see, do they have Mjolnir or not? I think that's the big question right now. If they have Mjolnir, they win. They don't have Mjolnir, they don't win. What do they run here? And it is not Mjolnir, so we get the win. Nice. And there is our Red Skull zeroed out. Nice win. Scorpion, Cosmo, She-Hulk, nothing to play on turn 1. We do have Super Flow, so I guess we can play that Scorpion on turn 1. What else will we draw? That's our only option. I don't want to put it on Super Flow, so we'll put it on this next location, and hopefully it's not something that is detrimental to us. Go with a Scorpion there. And could potentially skip this turn. If we get a 0 Red Skull, could skip and get that She-Hulk out early. All right, so we're going to get a bunch of energy here. 4 energy on turn 2. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to float this turn. Turn 3, we'll have a 2-cost She-Hulk. And we could probably also get that Cosmo out as well. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's going to skip this turn. Get She-Hulk costing a little less. Now the question is, do I want to throw that Cosmo down now? Or hopefully play it in the lane that they're running their own. All right, so we're going to do this one. Where would they potentially put their Modoc and their Hela? I think I want to wait. And actually calculated that a little wrong. We aren't able to play Cosmo. If we're gonna hold off on this turn now. All right, Gambit, and hopefully that's a Scorpion to destroy. All right, they discard their Modoc. Wonder if that screws them up totally. If they have a Ghost Rider, I guess they could bring that Modoc back. We have a great option now. We could go 0. We could even go Titania and then Red Skull this last location, and hopefully they don't load up Monster Island. Or on turn 5, and I think I like that better. We'll wait on that Titania. We'll go Red Skull. We'll pull everyone over at Super Flood the last turn there. All right, so they're trying to draw more cards, trying to get everything over. All right, so we could go turn 5 here. And I also want to go Titania. I think at this point we snap. Run that Red Skull. And we get that one. Their only thing is, are they going to be able to put points on Tinkerer's Workshop? They do. We only have 13 points there. If they put 9 points now, more than 9 points, I don't get the win. We're just going to pull everybody with Arrow, though. All right, so what do they put on Tinkerer's Workshop? That's the big question there. I don't think they're going to... Oh! All right, and they do have an Apocalypse out there. Not sure if we're going to be able to counter this. Let's see. Hopefully we get lucky. Could also put this Lizard there. Drawing that over, giving us a little more power, and hopefully they don't get that big Apocalypse discard. Or hopefully that Actually, let's put this not behind Cosmo. Let's put this behind Lizard. That would give us 13 power or 12 power at super flow in case we drop it over. And we're still winning currently at the middle location. We got the right. We're gonna pull them over. Arrow. What do we pull over though? We pull over America Chavez. All right, so we get the left, we get the right, and they do end up getting the middle. All right, we got Armor, She-Hulk, and Arrow. Westview is the first location. All right, we have a nice Zero out there right now. We're not going to play Zero yet. We're going to hold off. And hopefully we can throw Armor down on a location. All right, probably not Atlantis. Instead of throwing the Armor down, let's go with Scorpion on Westview. And we may end up skipping turn 3. Right, so they technically have the tempo. There's a -3 power. I think what we're going to do is trying to get that She-Hulk out on turn 4. We're just going to skip this turn. That'll allow us to get that She-Hulk out early. All right, so they are looking for some kind of negative hazmat deck because that Luke Cage probably. All right, so all the Lizard that we did nothing because they're Luke Cage. As soon as they play the card, we back down to 0. We're gonna go ahead and go with our Iceman now to try to fill up this location. And last but not least, we could armor the last location to make sure that they can't get to our She-Hulk. I'm expecting a Wong and Hazmat. Hopefully we could put enough power to not get caught by the we can Arrow now. And where are they gonna play their Hazmat? Or we're gonna get a free card. I think what we'll do, we're gonna go Cosmo here. If they played nothing in the middle, we should win the right, we should win the middle, and we could Arrow to the left. We also get an option for a 0 red skull. All right, so they go right. We get a Orca. Oh, that would have been great on Atlantis. All right, so they have the red skull. All right, we are still currently in the lead at 2 locations. So I think if we just Arrow, we get a simple win. But instead of just arrowing, we're going to throw down this card here as well. And let's just throw 0 down. All right, hopefully we can pull their cards over. There's only 2 spots at the negative zone. As long as we can pull their cards over to the negative zone. All right, so they don't even try for that. We pull their card over, and we get the middle with that Orca. We get the right, their She-Hulk, and they have the Max. Ooh. Interesting play with that Maximus there. All right, we got Red Skull, Shang-Chi, and Armor all on turn 1. Bifrost is that location on the right side. Nothing to play on turn 1. We're going to skip this turn so we get some cards out that we could actually play. Westview is going to be a random location, and I think what we'll do, I think this would probably be the safest. Let's go Lizard here, or maybe not the safest. Maybe it's a horrible location. Let's go Lizard, get some tempo out there. And cards cost 1 less. That's actually awesome for us. I think what we'll do is we'll go Armor here. We're going to look the rest of this turn. We'll get that She-Hulk out. We do have an option for Red Skull. If we get 0, that'll be perfect this next turn. All right, so we will be able to get that She-Hulk out. There's their 0. The 0 out. They 0 out a wave. Interesting. Okay. So we'll go She-Hulk now. With an extra point there. We're just going to get that She-Hulk out. Hopefully we get to 0. We can throw a 0 Red Skull out on turn 4 or turn 5 because Elysium makes the cards cost less. We're going to move all those cards over. Oh, not a very strong Venom that they're throwing down there. 9 powered Venom. All right, that's actually perfect. All right, so we're going to zero out. We don't need to worry about the location there. So let's go 0, Red Skull, and I think we snap. We're going to pull them over to Bifrost with Arrow. I don't think they're going to be able to match this power on turn 5, and then turn 6, we're just going to pull them all over with Arrow. We could also throw down a Titania as well. If they end up having the tempo there. All right, magic, interesting. Okay. We'll get another. Got this option for Dr. Doom right now. Let's throw this Dr. Doom, and then we'll still do that Arrow play, followed by Titania. Now we have an option for a Shang-Chi, though. See where they go. They're really playing on those other locations. They go with the Shang-Chi, destroying our dude. They go Killmonger, destroying our other dude. All right, so they're probably going to win the middle. Changes up our strategy a little bit. Or gave us 8 in the middle. I think that's the play there. We go Shang-Chi. We pull all their cards over. I don't want to play this Titania. And I think that's the win. They're going to have 6 power here. We'll have 8 power. The Venom's destroyed. Anything they play on Limbo is gone to the Bifrost. Same thing with Elysium. So I think we do get the win. All right. They don't even try for Limbo. We should get Elysium. We're going to pull that over. And null. So lots of cards there, but just not enough. We pulled that arrow play. I hate when they do that to me, and it is so nice when I get to do that to somebody else. All right, we got an Iceman, Arrow, Shang-Chi, looking good so far. Oh, an Iceman on Camertage, so nasty. Oh, and a Scorpion on Camertage as well. All right, after turn 2, their hand is not going to be looking very good. Are they going to do the same thing to us, though? No, they're going to destroy our hand. They destroy our 0 and a Lizard. All right, not the worst, not the worst. It could have been worse. All right, let's go with this. Cards have -1 power, but it doesn't matter because we're going to Scorpion their hand. What do they have in their hand? 4 in their hand, and it's going to be reduced in power. Let's see what they throw down. Hopefully they throw down nothing and all of their cards get hit by that Scorpion twice. All right, what are they throwing down? We got a Scorpion twice on them, and they go with a Goose. Okay. All right, not bad, not bad. We got a 3-cost card and a Morph. Do I want to throw this Morph down right now? Play the gamble or go for that She-Hulk play? I think we go with the She-Hulk play. They go with Punisher. Matching. Oh, they play a ongoing card at Camertage. Interesting. You could actually play this She-Hulk here, and I guess we could even go Titania here as well. Is that what we want to do? What can they play on this last location? Are they going to throw down a She-Hulk? Let's see what they do. We should get enough power here. They go Khazar. All right, so are they trying to Ultron us? Is that what they want? Let's bring this card over to Khazar. And let's see if we can destroy it with Shang-Chi at the end. All right, we'll bring all their cards over. All right, they go with Squirrel Girl. All right, so we get Camertage. And Cosmo, all right. So I think we could win Camp Lehigh. We throw this Red Skull down. That should be the win. They could have that last location there. They're going to be full. Actually, we could do this. We'll go with Red Skull into the sewer system. Unfortunately, we have the tempo. We're tied at Camp Lehigh right now. Where do they go with their final card? They go Camp Lehigh. We should get the sewer system now. And yeah, even that Onslaught Khazar is not enough. We get the right, or we get the left, we get the middle, and they get Camp Lehigh. So some fun plays here, guys. And yes, this 0 deck can work even without Shuri. A Red Skull does have a lot of power if you can 0 him out. And then pulling that cards away with arrow is just so annoying. It's happened to me a lot when I do my final play and I get arrowed. So now it's finally good to use a deck featuring arrow that we could do that to our opponents as well. Let me know how you like this deck. Let me know how it works for you. And hopefully you have a lot of these cards that are very accessible because there's no pool 4 or 5 cards. Hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on it. Shout out to Snapster for posting this video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button for more Marvel Snap content. Check me out on social media and check out some of the other videos as well. I will see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump. Have a great day. ValleyFlyin out.